Apple was widely expected to report excellent earnings, and that would restore the damage done in October. It seems like they didn't get to those levels that they were expected to. The stock fell in after-hours trading. As a result, we need to pay very close attention to what happens upon tomorrow's opening bell. The rest of the FANG stocks may react very negatively to this news. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we are going to look specifically at Apple. It's a very quick video to show you what has happened. Apple missed iPhone sales estimates, but it's making more money from iPhones than ever before. I wanted to cover this specifically because I didn't want to include it in another video and have a completely different topic going on, so I just wanted to do this and show you what has happened. This is one company that was basically guaranteed to beat the estimates, and here we have it, unfortunately in this case, not doing so. You're looking here at Apple stock in after hours trading as I record this, and you'll see that the stock is just over a negative 7% essentially, and it's obviously going to fluctuate. Who knows where it'll end up by the end of these after hours, but when you see the stock opening tomorrow, that's going to give us a much better idea. All the FANG stocks together will be, possibly, I think that they could be hurt by this, but it depends on what other good news is put out. The whole market was riding on this, that don't worry, Apple's going to provide us with great earnings. They just released their new iPhones and so on. So basically what has happened here is that they decided to increase the price of their phones, and that would generate more revenue. However, they had less sales as a result. So it ended up about flat, and I'll show you that in a second. This is just a stock. As soon as they reported their earnings, it fell dramatically there. Smartphone sales slump. Apple iPhone unit sales growth continued to lag, and you'll see on the right hand side there how it's basically flat. This is unit sales growth year over year, and they were expecting a lot more, and they're pressured into that. When we look at this what I'll finish off with is that all of these companies, they're expected to just continue to grow forever. I mean, it's impossible. The pressure that's put on these big companies to grow forever and ever, and always not just meet the estimates that are put out there, but to actually beat the estimates. It's impossible to keep this going without having fraudulent reports every time. They do so when they need to, of course, and that is fully described in Infectious Greed, one of the best books I've read on this topic. And so that is understood. However, they can't do so every single month after month. Perhaps they could, but anyway, regardless, they don't do it all the time, and you can see an example here. This company is the biggest company in the world. It's massive. We're looking at so high numbers of sales, and yet that's not enough for them, and that's what happens to the stock. That's the fragility of the market that I tried to explain, that some people just don't understand. It has nothing to do with this stock in particular, but when we look at it, people are just individually looking at the stock, and they're saying, look, Apple, they have this many sales, and they have this many subscribers, and this and that. When the market smells fear, it will sell off like you wouldn't believe. That's what happens. It's a contagion. They could have all the best news and still it's going to drop. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. When you give me a thumbs up, it helps to support this channel, so I do appreciate that very much. And last but not least, you can check out my books at the link in the description. And if you're more interested in the audiobook version, you can get that at themoneygps.com.